and welcome to Gamer Talks, the podcast about gaming. We always do our monthly podcast, and this month is June. I've got June. It's correct this time, which is happy days. I think probably the most important topic is we've been flooded with letters, emails, phone calls. Andy's had people jumping on his Twitch, shouting different things like Doug's had his YouTube interrupted by people wondering what is happening and what the truth actually is. And I just wanted to make it clear before we continue with anything else. I just wanted everybody to know that John is not dead and that he is very much alive and he's back with us this month.
Hey, hello there. I'm back from the dead.
Yeah, so
resurrected.
I've
been respawned.
Yeah. He took a 3-month sabbatical just due to complications with finances and with
work
the
commitments, family life, bullshit like that gets in the way of gaming. Yeah,
he can't eat specific biscuits now, so he's had to work out a new contract with the boss man. So it took a bit of time.
Yeah, I had to deal with my union and had to go and strike a wee bit. So.
Hell yeah. Well, we are joined as well by High Arcade.
Hello.
And the boss man, Senor Cactus.
Good evening, everybody.
Don't
back.
Dunk can't be with us this month because he's setting up a festival for his local area, so he's got a lot of work to do. So we'll miss him this month. But he's been playing fuck all and he's boring anyway. So I don't. No, I'm only messing. He's
he's on ploughing stuff. We do wish him well for tomorrow night's gig.
Yeah, I can. All the best for it, Doug. Yeah, 100%. We'll get you next month. And we
should probably point out that he's not actually playing. He's just setting up.
He's setting it up and then just attending. So, but and maintenance. But yes, he's mainly been playing a bit of Assetto Corsa. He's been playing a game with me, which I'll talk about, and then he's also been playing Dead Island 2. So he's been smashing through that. So happy days there.
The same as every month.
Oh yeah. So we'll go and do our usual. We'll get into what we've been playing. So we'll start with Busta because obviously he's got 3 months to talk about. So
I got 3 months to talk about, and I've probably played about 4 games. So yeah, Valorant. I've been still playing a lot of Valorant, which is really good. I have tried to continue with Last of Us, but I've not done that many single-player games, unfortunately, because when I've had time, it's mainly been a social aspect to play. But I did start the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PS5.
You were praising that. You were praising that to me.
I'm enjoying it. I've not managed to get back on it. The videos are up on the YouTube, Gamer Talks YouTube. The videos of my first 3-4 hours are up there already. But no, it's really good. Graphically, it's brilliant. It plays different for Uncharted. You sneak around more. And you use, it's a bit more stealthy, and you got disguises you can use, and you pick up stuff. You actually got a trophy for hitting someone with a fly swatter.
I've seen a lot of comparisons between that and the Dishonored games.
Yeah, it has. It's like an arcadey Dishonored.
Oh, nice.
And there's been a few wee puzzles as well. At the moment, I'm just exploring the Vatican. It wasn't Indiana Jones that killed the Pope, so I'll clarify that.
Is it Harrison?
No, it's Harrison's it's Harrison's likeness, but Troy Baker with the voice.
But Harrison actually said, in an interview, it was like some sort of statement he made where it was like, he fucking nailed it, basically. He got props from Harrison himself for how well he done the role.
Yeah, nice. You can tell there's a difference, but he's done a great job on it. So I'm still quite early doors in it, but I'm looking to get back to it hopefully this week and try be through it because I am enjoying it, and plus there's some games coming up
Yeah.
In a couple of months' time that I really want to play.
We played FIFA for 4 hours.
We went back to FIFA for 4 hours, and it's still dog shit.
It's been deleted again.
Yeah. I played Iron Bread, which is dog shit.
Challenge, yeah, I watched that one.
And I've not done many challenges. That's awful game. Awful game.
Well, I dropped down a tier in my PlayStation contract, so I no longer can look at any of the games and that. So down to Andy to give you games now.
I'll just have to get you online and go through it, and you can challenge me one. So there's that. I also picked up 2K25 Golf.
Oh yeah, I can play that.
PGA. That's good fun. Yeah. I've been playing that online with some of the lads. Done a bit of the single player just to rank my character up, because if I've only got like an hour or two, there's no point in getting stuck into a single player game, you know. Yeah, because you get disappointed. You've got to put it down. So yeah, I've been doing that. That's good fun. I've created a character that's a big fat guy. Even got a kilt in it.
Oh, nice. Does the wind blow it up at all?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, I've been doing that. What else?
We played a little bit of It Takes Two as well.
We've done a wee bit of It Takes Two in that 3 month that we need to get back. I need to get back and finish that with you. So that's pretty much it. So it's pretty much just when I've been playing, when I've had time to play, it's mainly been online games. It's more a social thing,
Yeah, it's good. When you got the time,
yeah.
Right. Mikey, what have you been playing?
Well, obviously I've been away again. That's not a surprise to anybody.
I'm not surprised, mate.
No, you know.
Came back with a wee present that you had to go to the doctor's about.
Yeah, I got myself some biscuits.
Well, you were playing some arcade games while you were over there.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, it was a lot of arcade. Didn't have any like big games that we know, but they had some super bikes and some claw machines and things, so it was fun. I don't got the basketball ones, you know, when you have to throw the ball in the hoop inside the machine and get points. I was awful at that, but it was fun, right?
You were like Kobe Bryant, but Kobe Bryant as he is now.
Not quite at his level yet.
No, but
anyway, so that was that. I
Kobe could still probably beat you.
Got back at 2 o'clock this morning. So, but before I left, a couple of games I was playing. Stranding, I've been really getting into, and you got me to play that, and it's just a fantastic game. It looks great. It plays really well. It works really smooth. You know, you just walk. There's no graphical issues or anything like that. It loads quickly. It sounds fine. It looks fine. It's just a really good game. So we're looking for the second one, which we'll talk about later on. I've also been playing Avowed, so I'm still doing that. Not as much, but I'm still going through it. I love the RPGs, and it's obviously set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, and it's a bit more kind of colourful. It's not as big as things like Skyrim. The map's a bit small. There's less missions and so on, but it's still a very fun game.
We've been smashing Oblivion as well, haven't we?
Yeah, playing the remaster. It's really
remaster.
Andy was talking about last month, I think, and the way they've done it with the two engines, they've basically redone the whole game. Really, really impressive. It's a really, really good game. So I've been playing that on Game Pass, on Xbox Game Pass, but I am going to buy it because I want to have my own one to play. So I think I'm going to buy it and create a new character and start again, and then just sink my teeth into it and do everything, you know.
You can make your characters look pretty fucked from what I've seen online.
A lot of that, yeah. I think the running joke's been like, Oblivion comes out, the character creator's done that well. And it's like, make the ugliest, most ridiculous character you possibly can.
That guy looks like a Giga Chad with the big, massive square jaw.
Giga Chad. Yeah, you've been playing Spirit of the North as well.
Yeah, I played that for a little bit. I put chapter 1 and 2 up on YouTube. It's a pretty game. It's got good sound design. I quite like the music and things. The fact that the fox leaves footprints in the snow and things, nice touches. The fact that it kind of lacks any concrete storyline or like markers is a bit disappointing. You just feel like you're kind of going through the motions. But it's a nice game. I got it for free from Prime, so I'm not going to complain. There is a second one coming soon, so it's obviously had some sort of success. I just like these games. You try to play through them to see what happens. You know, it's not quite point and click. You're actually moving. It's like not an open world, but like open kind of zones. You know, you can wander around, look for things. A lot of it's solving puzzles, looking for clues and things. So it's quite nice.
Well, the second one came out at the start of last month. It was on last month's podcast.
Last month was it?
Yeah. You played Cat Sitting in Paris?
Yes, I did play that as well.
What the fuck is that about?
It's just a small thing with a single level. It's like one of those Where's Wooly things, if you looked at them.
Did you just say Willy?
No, Wooly is it the character?
Wally, yeah. Wally, man.
That's it, yeah.
Or he was called Where's Waldo as well, was he not? There's a difference in it. He's got like the red and white stripy top and hat. And...
Yeah.
Was Where's Willy? Was that a book off the top shelf? Was it, Mikey? Or...
Oh, shut up.
That's a completely different game. You know?
I'm pretty sure that one's in your Steam library, Pook.
I'll bet that's going to be yeah, exactly. If it's going to be in anyone's library, it's going to be yours.
Found you!
There
he is!
Played that for an hour. It's only a single level, and it's got like a black and white drawing sort of look. And the idea is you have to find, I think it's 75 cats in the picture.
Fuck.
There's like one person that makes them though, right? They've made a whole bunch of them and they're really popular on Steam.
They're quite good to be fair. The sound's really good and you get like a victory song when you complete it. There's no time limit, which is quite nice, but you do get a time challenge you could do. So it's quite nice that it's like normal mode where you can just find them casually, and then there's like a time challenge as well if you want to do that. They don't force you into it. It's just really well done.
It's good. You shouldn't be forced into finding the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's...
I'm back!
That's mostly all I've been doing this one.
Nice. What have you been playing, Andy?
I've got 3 or 4 games this month. I finished that Star Wars game. What's it called?
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor one.
That's the one, yeah. I was disappointed in that. It was still okay, but it felt like
I really enjoyed it.
It felt like it just rehashed the same story beats as the first one.
Yeah. Yep. Did you play the first one? I take it.
That's what I.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it, and I was enjoying the second one, but it got to about halfway through it, and I was like, "This is just." It's just a rehash of the first one, kind of thing. It's like the same beats in the story.
Yeah, It kind of goes more into the Jedi law.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor.
Did you finish it, Busta?
Yeah.
I just thought, like, even at the end where there was like Vader appearance part 2 and stuff like that, I was like, man, you could have come up with something new.
But
it was still a good game. I still enjoyed it in that, but it was like it did not hit the same spots the first one did at all.
No, it didn't, but it's kind of going, I think it's more a fan homage Star Wars where it's talking about the old
It still has some really cool moments in it.
No, it did, and then the wee side bits where you go off and investigate, were quite good.
But when it got to a certain point where I was just like, I just want to finish this and kind of get it out.
Yeah, I got to that point as well.
And then I was playing Oblivion, the same as Mikey. I've been very sick. Like a hardcore virus infection the past couple of weeks, so I've been like stuck to Oblivion and having mad fever dreams where I'm getting attacked by trolls and skeletons in a dungeon. But yeah, it was like you're saying, it's great. It's still just as janky as the original Oblivion.
But it's got deliberately keep that.
Yeah, it's still the old school engine, but it's using a part of Unreal's engine to do the graphics and stuff like that.
But so the gameplay that janky way.
Yeah, and that's kind of. I think that's why it's done so well, right? Because it's taken us back to like fucking 2007, whenever it came out.
Didn't you say they repeated that thing where they took the piss with something that costs a lot of money or something? Wasn't there some kind of like an outfit or a sword or something like that was on the original and it cost a lot of money?
Oh yeah, the horse armor.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that was like when DLC was just starting to kick off as a thing, and people were outraged that you could pay a bunch of money to buy some armor for your horse, but just to rub salt in the wounds, they released horse armor DLC for the remaster too. So it's a bit tongue in cheek, but it's funny. It's a bit more acceptable this time round just because everything else is doing it now too.
March 2006, Andy. So it's 18 years old.
Jesus. Well, I feel old now.
I'd be interested to know how many folk actually bought the horse armor. It's completely useless.
Yeah, I'd probably get it in the deluxe edition, right? But then I started playing Sandland finally after it's been on my list for such a long time, which is...
What did you play yesterday, man?
I was playing it on stream for a little bit.
Is it not?
Yeah, that's why I finally got sunk into it, because I didn't really want to pay £50 for it, because I didn't know if it was going to be good or not. But it's the last... I played the demo, but it's hard to tell if it's going to be worth the 50 notes for a fucking vertical slice, you know? But it's good. It's like I don't know. I think after playing so many horror games, something bright and colourful and a little bit light-hearted is I'm enjoying it a lot.
Nice to bring you back to reality.
Yeah. And it's cool. It was the last video game that Akira Toriyama was involved in, and it kind of celebrates that art style of all the mad vehicles that he would draw. So it's great.
God rest his soul, man. Because you said you found it difficult drawing the tanks or something. You were saying yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's why. Because I read the comic book for Sandland a while ago, and it's quite short. So a lot of the stuff in the game, just isn't in the comics. They've expanded it pretty massively.
Nice. That's good, I think.
I think so too, and I think the reason the comic was so short is because, as you were saying, Pook, Akira Toriyama even wrote a footnote in the book saying that this was probably the most difficult thing that he had to draw, with all the machinery bit, more specifically the tank, because of how bubble shaped it is and all the bits that are poking out the sides of it and stuff like that. So there was probably a lot that he wanted to put in that story that he never, because of that. And it's nice to see the game expand on it and kind of go its own way with it in a way. But yeah, really enjoying that. It's got like a good focus on vehicular combat, where you've got like a jumping robot that you can use to get to different areas, and that lobs grenades out the front of it. And you've got a tank that obviously has tank shells, like motorbikes, and can ride on dinosaurs. It's good fun. And the voice acting is fucking awesome. And the music is good too.
It's got one of my favourite dub actors of all time playing the devil.
Yeah, you just missed it too. You joined onto the stream just after Lucifer was on. But enjoying that. And been playing a little bit more Darktide with Pook and a couple other lads as well. We finally got a full squad of 4 communicating and talking tactics while we play. So that's been a lot more fun.
Whoa. Pookie tactics.
I think once he's played a game for maybe like 30 odd hours, then he starts playing tactical, you know.
Good.
Because he's almost at the level cap now, aren't you, Pook? Like the level cap's 30, I think, and
27 at the moment.
27, and we've played a lot of Vermintide too, and it's in the same vein as that. Very much.
You're growing into a tactical gamer.
Yeah. We'll get you both on Hunt Showdown, and then we'll get the tactics going then. If not, just rage quit and never play it again.
I want to see Hunt Showdown tactics. I did play a bit of Hunt Showdown when I was thingy. Remember, I played it with you and Pookie.
Yeah. Great game. I fucking love that game.
That was a good game. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's totally my speed. Like, it's a nice slow pace. Like, you didn't just slide about on your arsehole firing around corners at max speed with a fucking LMG under your armpit shooting at every
Don't get me wrong, me and you would turn round and Pookie was like 80 metres ahead of us.
I think that's my favourite PvP game, to be honest. But that's what I've been playing.
No, I'm looking forward to getting back on it with I love that game.
Maybe a bit tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, yeah, definite.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, man.
What have you been playing, Pooks? What have you been playing?
Well, when I finished Blade 2, I was looking for another solo game to play. So I started playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh, yeah.
Looks amazing.
I have to say,
heard it? Talk to me.
It's probably one of the best like kind of RPG games I've played in a long time.
You would hate it, Busta. It's turn-based RPG.
So I absolutely, it's absolutely stunning. It's got the geezer who played Daredevil in the series as the protagonist.
I didn't know that was him. That's cool.
Yeah. So and a few other people. There's a female voice actress in it playing the young lass, and she's come a long way in the past few years, like with her games and anime and stuff. But just the story is absolutely monumental. The premise is that some kind of thing has happened to the planet or something, and there's this giant paintress that lives like across the way. And she, every year since 100, she just appears. She just wakes up every once a year and then changes the number down one. And everybody at that age dies. They just disappear into dust. So she changes it from 34 to 33. So your missus just disappears or X and that. So you're pissed off about that. So they're constantly sending expeditions over to try and get there, to try and source it or try and destroy her, to stop her basically killing everyone. So this is the Expedition 33 that you go on across the sea, and then and there's all these types of fascinating creatures and monsters that she's painted or created that are over there that you have to basically fight, and you're trying to basically find a way to her. But
rave reviews as well, and it was an indie studio.
What I love about it is that it's a small studio. Nobody owns them. They've got no time limits, no obligations, no nothing. And it was like and I watched a video the other day where it was like saying that the devs very much do it the way that it was old school. So they didn't even make it for us. They made it for themselves. They didn't give a fuck what anybody thought about it. They put whatever into it because that's what they wanted into it. And it just really shows and just comes across as exactly how it is. It's just stunning. The music in it is because it's French developers. So it's very French orientated with how it looks, the music and everything like that, like in the way they talk in interactions and relationships and all that. Like, but it's brilliant. So you're basically running around like kind of set areas, but then you've got like an open world basis, like in Final Fantasy, where you're suddenly open world and you're traveling between like where dungeons are and stuff like that. But yeah, it's immense. I'm not quite through it yet. I struggled to play it because I got myself an absolutely severe addiction to Schedule 1. I played 82 and a half hours in less than 2 months.
Fuck no.
And I just got addicted to it. And that game, the basic premise of it is that you grow weed and meth and cocaine and sell it to your customers. And I just ended up loving it. And I wish Doc was here, but we literally just smashed it. And I was constantly messaging him because he ended up becoming my dealer, running around dealing everything while I was doing all the growing and expanding the business and everything like that, like building my empire. And so I just really enjoyed it. Anyway, we got to the last area and we stopped it because we were like, this is only like a early access and that, like, but it's just rinse repeat now. There's not really anything else to do, so we're going to wait for a DLC to come out where what they're going to try and do next with the game. But so absolutely smashed the shit out of that. We tried The Witch. We did try the Witcher adventure game, but it's like a board game for The Witcher, but nobody knew what the fuck they were doing, so we fucked that off.
It's a bit... I doesn't really tell you anything. And it's quite clunky and unclear, and yeah. Well,
me and Andy are going to go back to it and see if we can try and figure it out. But we played a bit of For the King 2, but we need to go back to that. Me and Andy, we played a bit of Repo, so I fucking love that game. Always getting enough people. I'm trying to get more and more people into playing it now, and it's getting a lot of fun. I've been playing Phasmophobia with people. It Takes Two with John. Played a bit of Hunt with people over the last month as well, which was good fun. And me and my brother started playing a game called Raft, which is a survival game where you are literally just on a raft and you constant plastic wood leaves come constantly in the waves towards you where you're going towards, and you're just expanding. You expanding the raft, and eventually you could build like this metropolis on top of this raft, like, and all this sort of thing. Whilst this one shark is just constantly trying to destroy your raft over a period of time. So yeah, it's quite a fascinating game. So we're getting lost in that. And then Tuesday, me and Andy we love Darktide, and then my brother and his mate Simon, we were looking for another game to play since Aliens Fireteam. So we got them onto Darktide. They played it Tuesday, and I think they're loving it. So it's a mixture of Warhammer and that, like, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so been smashing quite a few games, and then yesterday I thought I played it, but I didn't. It was a different game I mixed it up with on the previous podcast, but I downloaded Peeping Dawn Manager yesterday, I was smashing that for about 3 hours last night, watching Andy play Sandland, and it's very good. You literally done everything in life, and you just wanted your dream job of like looking after this dorm, which has got a few girls living in it, and you have to set up cameras, and then you have to figure out ways of getting into their rooms so you can set up cameras and stuff like that. Like I just broke up a girl and their boyfriend and tried to do different things to break them up, and like hiding another girl's panties in his bag and all this sort of shit. Like, so. And they're just
fucking insane.
You're trying to work out ways to try and smash these girls. So you have different things in this nightclub where you got to take different things. If you take them, they use panties. There's this dog in there that's like a man, and he sniffs them and he can give you information about them and stuff like that. Like, so it's like little mini games you got to do. You got to clean stuff to make money, and the more money you make, the more you can buy stuff to up you get better at trying to figure out how to fuck all these chicks. So that's what I've been smashing tonight as well. No one's on, but yeah. So I have quite a mixture of games.
Yeah.
But anyway,
use of the word smashing there.
Yes. Smashing good time on there. But premise is now June. So June is here, and we're looking at what is coming out in June. So rolling it into the next.
There's not loads of games worth mentioning, but we've got
there's some very good games worth mentioning, I think. So we're looking to those, but the first segment we are going to do is one of the biggest things because there was controversy over, and a lot of jokes going towards when this console was actually going to be released. But the Switch 2 is finally here, so it's going to be coming out on the 5th. The next evolution of Nintendo Switch is finally here, so it's going to bring games to life with a larger 1080p screen, or connect to a TV and play it up to 4K resolution. It's got support for HDR, and the frame rate's up to 120 frames per second to let you enjoy brilliant color, clarity, and smooth gameplay. Snap the new Joy-Con 2 controllers into place with magnetic connectors. Each controller can be used as a mouse in a compatible games, and experience new exclusive games like Mario Kart World only on Switch 2. Plus, you can play compatible Nintendo Switch games as well, so they do come over. So we got launch titles.
It sounds like he's saying that with like some sort of like Nintendo representative holding a gun to his back there.
Can't be said.
I
thought I'd have to go.
Their back, but
they'll come for me otherwise. Like, so yeah. So the launch 2 is happening. Like, so.
Yeah, there's Mario will be behind them with a spanner in his hand.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of decent games coming out on it, like for launch titles, but not.
Oh no, yeah, I mean,
the biggest complaint was the graphics, though, wasn't it, for the Switch one? A lot of people were just like moaning about the graphics, and it was just a glorified Wii tablet, so it could only do so much. And the games that did get ported over, see, like The Witcher 3 had a port to the Switch and stuff, and it's like probably the worst way to play that game. But the exclusive games that were built for it looked brilliant on it.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of games that have been brought over or launching on the Twitch that are obviously integrated through a lot of other consoles. So, I mean, this list here, like Breath of a lot of them are brought over, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Cyberpunk, Civilization 7, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Hitman, Hogwarts. So all of these games have been brought out onto the Switch 2 now. So they're obviously broadening their horizons rather than having solely Switch games with a few that have come through. So they're obviously expanding the game.
And those Zelda games are just fucking amazing. Like, it's hard to state how good I think they are, but it's about time that they get to look the way they're meant to look. Because I can mind playing it on Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and they were amazing, but they have got slowdown, they've got frame rate issues, got anti-aliasing issues, performance issues in general on them. So looking to remedy that and show you what it's really going to be like. I'm looking forward to jump back into those ones, even though I've spent like loads of hours playing them. Quite happy to do it again, you know.
Yeah, I mean, Switch did the Switch OLED thing, but I think this is the big hardware upgrade that people were waiting for.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And Mario Kart looks fucking amazing. Mario Kart World looks really good.
Yeah, it's like the next iteration of Mario Kart games, isn't it?
It's weird because there was like a mode where you drive from tournament to tournament. You know, like on the old Mario Karts, like all of them since the 64. It was like even the SNES. You choose what tournament you are, and then it's just a list of races. Whereas in this one, it's like a giant open world where you have to go and attend these tournaments, kind of thing. Which is a cool way to do it.
Changed the genre of the game almost. I quite like it. I like the look of it, you know.
Well, there's a bit time they update Mario Kart.
Yeah, and for a lot of the times they just say, "Oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it." And it's like, yeah, but there's always room for innovation and
you can still keep innovating, while keeping what everyone loves about Mario Kart. Because I don't know a person that doesn't enjoy a game of Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's the same with the other Mario games. It's like they tend to every time they make a new one, whether it's a gimmick or not, it's they always try to bring original ideas to it. So I'm a big Nintendo and Mario fan, so I'm.
Can you get Peach in like a pair of shorts or a nice short skirt? Like,
probably.
Right, can we move on before the Nintendo representative kills Pookie?
Get some extra suspension on the bike and that for her as well, Pook.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, we're going to get a Brazilian butt lift next, eh?
Well, it's got game chat on it now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll see.
Because you can share your screen, do face to face, and all that sort of shit on it now.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do like
that. The Nintendo Switch is one of the most popular things out there for a while.
Yeah.
And
I always said it's...
it helped push Nintendo into the future. You know what I'm saying? Because all they really had was Mario.
Yeah.
Till then.
They had to do something after the Wii U. It was fucking dog.
Yeah, the Wii was in everybody's house, and it made them a fortune. And then they made the Wii U, and it almost destroyed them.
That's what I'm saying. The Switch came out, and it saved them.
Well, and it's like a sort of combination of what the Wii and the Wii U was, right? It was like the Wii U was a tablet and a console, and then the Wii was a motion thing. So the Switch is a motion thing built into a tablet that can be plugged into the TV as a console.
So, I mean, this is now their go-to thing in Switch 2. Now, hopefully, my question is a lot of the younger people will like it, but a lot of the older ones will just get a Steam Deck.
Kinda. I mean, the Steam Deck's
not in Japan.
About twice the price, I think. But I think for Nintendo is the only company that's making an old school console that is its own thing and has its own games and its own hardware that's separate to everything around it.
I get that.
I think that's cool because we're getting to the point now where Microsoft and Sony are selling you entry-level gaming machines with Netflix built into them at this point. And the games that come out on them are out for everything. And even if they are exclusive, they're exclusive for like 6 months to a year, and then they're out on everything. Yeah. So the way I see it is, get yourself a Switch and get yourself a gaming rig. You've got access to every game that's coming out.
Well, the camera that's coming with it is an accessory, so it's separate and sold separately. Like, so it's a bit like the Kinect with the Xbox One, but the Switch is £100 to £200 cheaper than a deck.
I mean, and they're the only company that are really putting a decent priced handheld. Like you said, the Steam Deck is probably double the price of what the Switch 2 is going to be.
Like, if you were going to buy a Steam Deck, I would recommend getting a gaming rig or a console instead. If you've not got a gaming machine and you're thinking about getting one, I wouldn't recommend just getting a Steam Deck. There's a lot of caveats there. There's a lot of... You have to check on the Steam store to make sure any game you buy will actually run on the Steam Deck.
But surely having titles like Cyberpunk, Hitman, Final Fantasy, all that sort of shit is to combat Steam Deck and that. Like, but I was told my mates who have a Steam Deck said, if you want to play AAA games on it, don't buy it for that because you won't. It will struggle to run that and to play it properly, especially if you're not on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So it's like you're looking at like smaller games than the AAAs and that.
And that's essentially what this Steam Deck is. It's a handheld PC. There's loads of different brands of them that you can buy, but they're all kind of around the same ballpark performance-wise, which is a pretty low ceiling for some of the newer games.
Yeah. Me and Andy were talking about this earlier, though. It's like the Steam Deck is going to be a portable gaming, like a handheld that we used to get, like PSP and stuff. But the Steam Deck is not the sort of thing you want to take away with you. It's far too fragile. It's far too heavy. It's just...
Good power, it takes a lot of power to run as well. If you're sitting down for a few hours to play it or whatever, you're going to need to plug it in somewhere.
Yeah. For a lot of games, Wi-Fi as well. Some games don't work. It's like,
I read a rumour that Sony are looking at, how they fucked up with the thing that they brought. They're looking at doing one that you don't actually have to connect to your PS5.
They should just do a new PSP, man. The PSPs were cool.
What I'm saying. Updated
I like my PSP. I love my PSP.
Man.
I like my Vita. I thought my Vita.
I love portable gaming altogether, man. Like my favorite consoles were like the Game Boy Advance SP and the fucking DS and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were great. Like,
did you have a Game Gear though?
No, I wasn't allowed one. I wanted one because I could mind seeing it in like the fucking Argos catalogue.
Oh, the Game Gear.
Andy just loves holding something in both hands. That's what it is.
Well, it's certainly no yours. Anyway,
holding my wee Steam Deck.
So do we talk about these Steam games coming out this month then, Mikey, or you just want to list them?
What games?
Steam games, these Switch 2 games.
This is just some of the launch titles that I found. So the Zelda games, like you mentioned, Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition, Civilization 7, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrated, Hitman World of Assassination Signature Edition, Hogwarts Legacy, Mario Kart World, which we talked about, and then Street Fighter 6 and Sonic X Shadow Generations.
That's a good lineup for a release. You've got a bit of everything
That's a really good release. And
obviously they've all been out for a while each, but still.
So is this on there? Is this on there like when the PlayStation 5 came out? They had all those games and they were on there to free to play, or are these all to buy?
I don't think so.
No, these are to buy.
Fuck, all right.
They're not going to give you all the info, fuck all.
And can you get offers on these games? Because I know all their Nintendo games, Andy said, are locked in price, but the other games can come down in price and that sort of thing. So will that happen with these?
Yeah. And they do physical cartridges, right? One of the few consoles to still do physical media.
Yeah.
It's non-perishable like a disc is.
I think they might keep the physical media thing going, but we'll see.
And then you got...
Andy's going to buy one.
I am going to get one. Maybe not at launch, but soonish.
It looks like you've got a list of festivals and showcases that are coming out.
Yeah, it's just the events happening. So obviously Switch 2 out on the 5th, and then we've got Summer Games Fest on the 6th. So we'll be hoping to see a lot of game footage there. It's going to be 4 hours long, I think. I'm right in saying.
Day of the Dead.
See a bit more things like Mafia, the Old Country, maybe Borderlands 4.
But that's out in July, is it? No, August, Mafia.
Yeah.
Back in a sec, lad. Someone's at my door.
And then you've also got Gamescom coming in August. We'll talk about that later, Rob. But yeah, Summer Games Fest the 6th, and then you've got Day of the Devs, which is an indie one. That's afterwards. And then on the 7th, you've got Wholesome Direct, which is more indie games. And then you've got Women-Led Games, which is like female developers, publishers, and so on. And you've got the Latin American Game Showcase, and then you've got the Southeastern Asian Game Showcase as well. And then you've got the Greek Game Showcase.
What's that?
That's to do with games that are reshaping the future, is what I read. Whatever that means to you, I don't know.
Environmentally friendly games.
Yeah. And then Frosty Games Fest, which is Australia and New Zealand.
Why is it called Frosty Games Fest then? Why is it called Frosty Games Fest if it's Australia and New Zealand?
No, but ask.
Get fucking sorted.
I don't know.
Isn't it that winter?
And then finally on the 8th, you've got the Xbox Showcase followed by the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. So we'll obviously see more of the Outer Worlds 2 there. Maybe a bit more Fable, Elder Scrolls, Futures, whatever, stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll see the new Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking if it's not Elder Scrolls 6, it'll be more ESO stuff, Elder Scrolls Online stuff. Probably more Game Pass stuff, Outer Worlds 2, like I've said, maybe some Fable, Forza, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, kind of looking forward to that, just see what they have in it.
Yeah.
But Summer Games Fest, I'll speak to Andy, probably not something I'll watch, just something we'll watch the trailers for the next day.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was the first episode that I came on the podcast, was a Summer Games Fest one. And it went on for like 6 fucking hours or something. We had to do it in 2 parts, mate.
I've given up trying. It's always
you sit down to these things, especially like the Game Awards and stuff, and you're like, oh gee, I can't wait to see what new games is, and then you get the fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson talking about Mountain Dew and Doritos at you for a fucking half hour instead. I usually just wait until the next day and watch all the trailers on YouTube.
Yeah, it's all about money now, so they're full of ads and commercials and shit. So, and then you would talk about Jeff Keighley, and he's a bit of a dick. Talking about promoting things.
Oh, back, Mikey, yeah. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like you either.
He is a fucking
he is a funny
boy.
Just say it like it is, you know?
Yeah.
But no, anyway, it's always good to see these fests, though, because they kind of show you what games are coming next, you know? Keep you going. So.
Yeah. Before we go on to games we're going to talk about, can I just say, who watched the Grand Theft Auto second trailer?
Yeah, I watched that.
I was so hard.
It looks fucking... I mean, you know it's going to be amazing. You know it's going to be impressive, hey?
And it even looks like there was some gameplay there that looked really impressive.
It was all rendered in engine, right? Like, even if it was cutscene-y stuff, it was in-engine cutscenes. You know?
The money they made off of fucking GTA 5 online, man, if it's not fucking good, you'd be fucking absolutely crying, man. I mean, they've made over $1 billion in...
Aye, and the online's shite. And we used to get a new GTA every year.
And now,
no, we didn't.
We got like San Andreas, we got 3 San Andreas and Vice City were all made like year after year.
Yeah.
No, it was a couple of years in between them.
Or maybe tops, but we're looking at like fucking over a decade now.
No, definitely. But I mean, it looks
5 was what,
so
2013, so...
Yeah. And I saw something today that I read an article, someone's insisting that there is a bit of gameplay in it when he's in the car and he blows up the police cars.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, Grand Theft Auto was in 97, and then London was in 99. And then 3, I think, was in 2000. The Liberty Stories was in 2005.
Liberty
Stories was 3 was in 2001. Then you had Vice City was in 2006.
So it's 5 years.
So 4 was in 2009. 5 was in 2014. So
I mean, I get that they also made Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 in this time as well, right? Like, obviously they are fucking massive and just as impressive too.
It depends, though, because Rockstar have got different,
so many different
studios. Yeah, there's one in Canada. There's one in the UK. There's one in America. I think there's one in.
I think there's 2 in the UK. There's one in London and the original ones in Edinburgh, Rockstar North. Because Rockstar originally come from Dundee University. Yeah,
it was called DMA, wasn't it? Their original studio. They made fucking Body Harvest for the Nintendo 64. And that was like one of the first games you went about as a wee guy and you could get into vehicles and drive about in it though. Like,
the main guys behind Grand Theft Auto were at Dundee University. Yeah.
Body Artist was amazing. That was in 98, Andy.
Yeah, man, that was good shit. I used to rent that over and over from Blockbuster, and then I went fucking apeshit because some cunt else rented it. I couldn't get it, and then when I finally did get it, they deleted my save off the cartridge.
Oh.
It was back in the days when your save was on the game cartridge.
Yeah. So any younger listeners will know that problem.
Yeah, PlayStation 1 that started, like.
Oh, fuck.
Consumers are like, what's a Blockbuster?
What's a Blockbuster, Go watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah, definitely a Blockbuster, but...
Right. So we'll move on to Exhibit A, where we delve into a few games.
Yeah, let's talk about some actual games. So we've got Dune Awakening.
Yeah, so
it looks good.
Dune goes back a very long way. It goes back to I think it's like a 70s or an 80s movie. Then Dune,
it's based on books. It's to a lot of people. It's like a sci-fi Lord of the Rings, right? It's like a fucking like some of the fans are like religious zealots for it.
So you would have seen the movies out recently. So there's two. I think there's going to be three. Two are out already. The games side of it, they go back as far as 1992. So there are a couple. So it's a very, very, very long kind of ongoing thing for devs to kind of make games about it. This latest one is Dune Awakening.
Yeah, this is like an open world survival crafting game set in the desert.
Yeah. It's the same framework as Conan Exiles. It's the same team that made Conan Exiles, and it's essentially kind of the same survival crafty and all that sort of stuff.
Really good graphically, and I like the character expressions and things. They look quite well done.
And he loves running about in his pants, so he'll love this one.
Hell yeah, mate. Going about smashing rocks and stuff.
The problem is you get arrested for that in your street, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to your gaming, you're okay for it.
But the thing about these survival games is they are all janky as fuck. And I mean, every single last one of them is janky as fuck.
Developed by Funcom.
Yeah, I was a big fan of... I was a fan of Conan Exiles. I liked that. But again, there was the jankiness that you had to kind of make your peace with if you were going to enjoy the game. And I'm expecting to see the same thing in Dune Awakening.
The game does have a sort of underlying story about ascending to power, which you do through, building and killing enemies and collecting shit and things. So there is a sort of driving force behind it. You're not just playing in a sandbox,
Is it like because it's online multiplayer, isn't it? So is it like Rust? Is it?
Yeah, it's just like Rust, Conan Exiles, except there's a point to it, right? Like in Conan, you were in exile, you're stuck in the Exalted Plains. You could do a bunch of dungeons and collect a bunch of items and craft this key to unlock your amulet and escape the Exalted Plains. And I'm assuming it's going to have something similar to that. Like there's an aim, there's a goal to do, there's something to actually do in it other than just sandbox.
There will be, I think, a story to it, I think. I
think a lot of Dune fans will like it, though, because Dune's...
Oh, if you're a Dune fan, this is going to be a must-buy now. I didn't mind the movies. Quite political intrigue and stuff, and...
What if you get to shoot Timothy Chalamet?
Still waiting for my Zendaya sex scene. It still hasn't happened.
Yeah, so...
she's pissed at him at the moment, the last film I watched.
I don't think I've watched the second one. I only watched the first one. It's like 3 hours long, is it not?
I tried to read the books a while back, and I couldn't get into it. I know that they're good, but I just didn't. I just couldn't get into it. And I've not watched any of the movies, the old ones or the new ones. So I've got a lot to catch up on with that.
Oh yeah.
Well, this one apparently offers a large-scale, persistent, and highly immersive world with social hubs bustling with other players, server-wide politics and intrigue, and a cinematic storyline that will leave you at the edge of your seat. The Freemen, the people with the eyes, Zendaya's people in the movie, says they fucked up. Paul Atreides was never born. He came from a tube, or he just appeared out of fucking, I don't know. Lady Jessica obeyed the Bene Gesserit and gave birth. I'm not reading. It's the shit happens in a desert, and you got to build shit and kill people.
Yeah. No, it looks decent. No, it could be
fun. Got about pulling grass out the ground for the first hour, so you make yourself a wee skirt and some sandals to run about and smash some rocks for the next hour, so you've got a fucking sharper stick to it.
Try not to get eaten by worms and shit.
But I think, it's got loads of cool stuff in it. I have seen clips of it where there are giant sandworms. And the map can change. It's like a persistent world, but stuff happens, like big storms brush over, and it changes like the sort of some of the layers of it. So it's not just the same thing you're looking at over and over again.
Yeah.
Which is a very good thing for these kind of survival games, because you get people who are good at it and they know the map off by hand. They know exactly where to go to get what resources and win the game against others, sort of thing. So it looks like an effort towards making the PvP a bit more fair and more fun.
And if you're going to play it, you need an SSD for it, and it is not potato friendly. So if you are going to play it on
SSD recommended. Doug can't play it. Sorry.
And me.
That one's out on the 5th.
Yeah.
5th, yeah. Looks good. Could be interesting. I probably won't buy it on release, but I'd be happy to try it later on at some point.
Yeah, but it's free. So the next one is called, and I'm looking forward to this one. It looks very, very interesting. It's called Mind's Eye. I think John mentioned this to me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few months ago. It was one of the Games Fests or something that I seen it thingy. And this caught my eye out of all the games, and it's my type of game. It's an action adventure game. It's developed by Builder Rocket Boy and published by IQ Interactive. So basically, it's a third-person action adventure game that's in a FUPA world similar to...
Yeah, this is Mind's Eye.
Yeah, it's called Mind's Eye. Oh, sorry, yeah. Mind's Eye.
What are you talking about, John?
The game is Mind's Eye, yeah. So basically, in the game, you're playing as a character, a former soldier, who has a neural implant known as Mind's Eye, and suffering from memory loss and flashbacks, he heads towards the fictional desert metropolis of Red Rock, where he aims to discover the secrets behind his implant. So it's kind of got your kind of a hint of like cyberpunk, but not.
It's like Cyberpunk meets Mass Effect meets what do you call it? What's that Harrison Ford movie?
Blade Runner.
Meets Blade Runner meets Grand Theft Auto. And now the reason why it meets Grand Theft Auto is exactly what John and Andy were talking about in about Grand Theft Auto and Scotland and stuff like that. Like, it's directed by Leslie Benzies. Now, Leslie Benzies was one of the original producers from the Aberdeen side of Rockstar. And now he left Rockstar, and he's now gone on to this. Now, he worked on 4, 5, LA Noire, Mikey. He worked on Max Payne 3. He worked on Manhunt 2, Andy. Ooh. Manhunt. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City. He's been going since the late 90s. So
he's the OG guy, Rockstar. It's one of his games.
The thing is, right,
this boy is old school, man.
Yeah. I'm not thinking much of this after watching a few gameplay trailers for it. Like, it seems good in concept, and the graphics look pretty, but once you see it start moving, I do not think this looks good.
Oh, really? Is it going to be like a Callisto Protocol where the guy branches off to do his own thing and it just doesn't work?
I don't know. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. But for me, I watched it was like a 7 or 8 minute long gameplay thing.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
Fuck me, this looks like a Xbox 360 game. This looks like Kane and Lynch, which to me was shite, but the characters and the story held it.
The characters were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but I watched some of it and I thought, fuck, this does not look good. You know, it looks like it's leveraging a lot of the fancy features in Unreal to look nice, but gameplay wise, like this does not look good for me.
I'm going to give it a go personally.
That's just me saying I watched the trailer and it's shite, but the
early gameplay I saw looked really good, but I'm watching this and it seems
like an Xbox 360 game.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
like the way the character moves and the way he goes into cover, the way the shooting works, the way the driving looks, and
it's very old school kind of.
Yeah.
And the thing is see the first gameplay trailer I seen, it looked good, it looked fluid, it looked thingy, but this is looking a bit...
It looks stiff and awkward.
Aye. Yeah.
So that was one of the things where I was like, I hope I'm wrong, because as you say, this is it's like a little indie team trying to do good.
They've probably done it with what the money that they had to make it like so, and maybe they wanted to make it look kind of this kind of old school kind of thing to kind of to get the market of old school gamers that played these type of games back then. Maybe that's what they were trying to aim at. That.
Yeah, the game was created as proof of concept for everywhere, a game creation tool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It was envisioned as a premium experience set entirely within the free-to-play everywhere platform. In 2023, it was revealed by the team that Mind's Eye would be an episodic game. Each episode of Mind's Eye would be set in a different time periods and parts of the universe. Through the episodes will be connected by overarching narrative. Mind's Eye was described by the team as a cinematic, story-focused game, one that will last for about 15 hours. The narrative will explore themes such as artificial intelligence, technology, greed, and corruption.
Yeah,
so I mean, I hope I'm wrong, because it sounds cool. It sounds like, honestly, like the Blade Runner vibes with the GTA kind of gameplay and
the sci-fi thing.
Yeah, but for me, when I looked at that, I was like, I thought, this is what they've put together to show off the game, and it doesn't look good.
Yeah, well, the first trailer I think I've seen it was last year actually. See what I'm reading here, and it was one of the Gamescom or whatever, the one with your mate Jeff, Mikey.
Name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Yeah, so I don't know.
I might be wrong, but it's like I was saying about Kane and Lynch. Kane and Lynch 1 and 2 are like two of my favourite games, and they're quite shy. But what carries them and makes them so good is the characters and the story, and I think the story is a big focus on this. So,
That's biblical as well, isn't it? Kane and Lynch, they're biblical, aren't they?
All right, like the names.
Yeah.
That's Cain and Abel, I think you're thinking of, bro.
Oh, Cain and Abel, is it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Kane and Lynch are just violent psychopaths.
Yeah.
So technically Cain and Abel are as well, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway, Mind's Eye out on the 10th of June if you want that one.
So, well, I'll hold fire and see what happens.
I'm hoping that I'll be eating my words on this next time we're recording.
I really do. Hopefully by next month I've bought it and played it and been like, Andy, fuck you! It's brilliant! Or I'm going to be Andy, I should have fucking listened to you.
But, you want them to do well, and it looks like good fun, so you just hope it's a success.
Yeah, well, I'm going to wait to see what the price is. And
I would never say, I hope it fucking fails for them, because it looks like shit or that, but it was one of those things. 50,
60 quid, John.
Unless it was EA, then John.
I'll give it 2 months and then I'll be doing it.
But if it's what Andy's described, it would be fucking half price in half a month.
Be on PS Plus this time.
So we'll wait and see.
Right,
I think a lot of the time, like, if an open world game, like, there's that many of them, and a lot of the time it's pointless. Like, see, like, I don't know, did any of you ever play Mafia 3 set in New Orleans?
Mafia.
Yeah.
Right. The open world offered absolutely nothing to that, right?
No, it was the weakest. It was the weakest of the Mafia games.
Yeah, whereas like the other ones was like a heavily curated, well thought out sort of linear path through something that was awesome.
Linear, yeah. With the open world of Mafia 3, they tried to go the Grand Theft Auto way, so you can do it when you're in time and blah, 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 and it just didn't work.
It didn't really happen. No, I think Mafia 2 was the best one personally. But
hopefully this new one will be the best one.
I'm so hard for that as well.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. But that's for next month's podcast.
Let's move on to Andy's next purchase. This is Death Stranding 2.
I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep now because I've no played the first one.
Oh, get it, man! It's so fucking
barely
good.
got time to finish Indiana Jones. How am I meant to fucking put in?
It's like playing a long ass game.
No, I'm not
and
saying
watching a
it's
fucking
not
TV
my
series.
game.
I've just gone.
I just 60 hours into a Kojima masterpiece when I've barely got time to fucking play a stupid fucking Indiana Jones game.
They're so fucking good, though. I was like, a lot of people. I think it was divisive, the first one, because, I mean, you are just going from A to B for a lot of time. There's other mechanics in place, obviously, but compared to Metal Gear, it's not an action game. Whereas
it's a bit more narrow-minded than some of the other games in the same genre, you know.
But some of the philosophy in the first one was the rope and the stick. And the idea was that you were Sam Bridges and you would use a rope to keep the things important to you close. And the stick was to defend off bad guys. And then in the trailer for Death Stranding 2,
I'll just come again.
One of the characters, I won't say anything about who or what for spoilers, says, "Oh, it looks like somebody's traded a rope in for a stick." And that kind of goes along with Kojima talking about how a lot of people didn't like the lack of action in the first one.
Yeah. I mean, he's changed the whole setting of the game, hasn't he?
Yeah, so, a big part of the kind of philosophy of Death Stranding 1 is like one person dying can be one of the worst things ever. So, like somebody dying in Death Stranding is like a nuclear bomb going off with the effects. So this one, things have changed and it looks like there's going to be a lot more action. It looks like there's going to be a lot more variation in the terrain.
Maybe I'll just skip 1 and go straight to 2.
You'll be more confused than everyone that finished the first one as well.
I will eventually play the first one.
Yeah. I played through it again recently. And
absolute masterpiece, man. Yeah. Like, and the combat interactions that you had were just, to me, monumental. Kojima is a very, he mentally takes you on a journey, man. He mentally and visually takes you on a journey, and he wants you. He gives you a world, and he wants you to show him what you're capable of doing with his world. That's what he does.
When he's bringing you something new, it is new. It's something that we've not seen or played before, right?
Yeah. I get that. I do get that. I've just never had the time to put in.
Yeah. It is a long game, and then with the cutscenes, it's essentially a TV show alongside it.
Yeah, well, the endings were about fucking 2 hours long.
You're going to sit and watch me walking up out.
I thought you were fucking. I thought you were taking a knee.
I've been walking Mikey through it, right? Like, because I convinced Mikey to play. He was playing Mud Runner, and I was like, you know what? It's a better game that's essentially the same as just getting across rough terrain, but more fun. That's
like my mate Johnny when he got Sims 4 and then he got Last of Us 1 and he was on Sims 4 and I was like, your wife better be fucking playing that, Johnny. Fuck, he said, yeah, I'll give it a go. He's fucking dog shit. I said, it is dog shit on the PlayStation. What the fuck are you playing that for? And then he played Last of Us 1 and now he's like, this is fucking amazing. I was like, I told you. But this game though, holy fucking shit, he's got all his friends. So it's reprising the roles of Reedus, Seydoux, and Troy Baker's back again. Elle Fanning's in it. Oh, you fucking sexy bitch! But he's also got the Mad Max.
Spoilers, please.
Is that the lassie from the Fallout series pick?
Yeah. So he's got the Mad Max co-creator in it, like a Turkish German director who's Faith Akin. He's amazing, like, and Winding Refn as well. Fucking holy shit! But he started writing the second one before 2020, and apparently he's rewritten this one to represent the effects of COVID-19 on the world and on the population. So he's interacted with what happened to us as a population in the world during COVID into this game, which I think is fucking monumental. He's also the music for me in the first one just blew my fucking tits. I mean, I just came all over my fucking ceiling. I was cleaning it for months. So it's like
Low Roar was it? Is that the band Low Roar?
Low Roar, but he passed, didn't he? So he wasn't able to work with him again on this one. It was absolutely gutting with his past. God rest his soul. But he's gone with Woodkid.
Yeah.
And Woodkid is a French songwriter in that, like in video director, and he's phenomenal. If you're not like listen to his music, Woodkid, give him a listen. But he's going to be taking us on the journeys around Jima's world and the second one. So it's going to be quite interesting.
Multimedia extraordinaire, though. We're getting a TV series for Death Stranding as well soon. And I wonder if that'll be more about what's happening with the people underground that we never see in the games, right?
Well, he's also working. He's also working on a movie. Jordan Peele, and Jordan Peele also said that he was quite happy to work with him on writing a story for one of his games.
And there's a new game he's working on, and he announced that it's a stealth action game in the same vein as Metal Gear, but it's going to be the penultimate sort of thing. Everything that he's learned from making all of the games he's made is going to be put into this one. And that was with Jordan Peele, I think. So there's a lot to be excited about here.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting how he takes the story now. Like, because if you finish the first one, then you would know what happened at the end of that. I won't give spoilers, but it'd be interesting to see how, now that's things are connected, how is that going to branch out? Is that going to be worth all the time and effort to make it happen? And it's how the fucking baby's grown up now, and you're still chucking your piss and shit and stuff. And is it not going to be monster this time? Is it going to be relentless? But I don't know. So it's sort of like all the little things, it's a little detail. So,
yeah.
But it's supposed to be.
And he says you're going to be in Australia.
Australia and Mexico. It's
and there's going to be like flash floods that change the landscape and destroy stuff that you've built and stuff.
It's going to be amazing. I honestly, I can't fucking wait for it. It's going to be amazing. So the Death Stranding 2, I've had it on pre-order now. It's going to be, well, I probably won't even be
on PS5 on the 26th of June.
I won't even be on the July podcast. I'll be playing this. So, but yeah, on the beach anyway. So we'll see what's going on because I won't say. But on the beach is quite. Yeah.
Move on from Death Stranding 2 because
Mikey's about 3/4 through the first one, so he's like spoiler territory.
We'll move on because the next one launches on the same day, and Andy's going to buy that too. This is the System Shock 2 25th anniversary remaster.
Yes, which is like I don't know if
about System Shock will be wetting their pants for this one. I think Andy.
1994, Andy was the first one.
Yeah, man. I it was like if you've ever played BioShock or enjoyed like Deus Ex, any of those games.
Yeah, Deus Ex. This has got Half-Life vibes to me as well in a way.
Yeah. So System Shock was one of the first ones where it was like you could interact with pretty much everything you could see. They're called ImSims, immersive sims, which means that you can interact with so much of the world, and that's kind of a big part of it.
The second one was 99, Andy.
I played the remake of the first one a little while back, and I have to say I was a little bit disappointed that this one didn't get the same treatment. And it's just 2023
that came out.
And I played that last year, and the second one, the remaster is a remaster, not a remake, but it's not a remaster in the same sense as Oblivion, where they've redone all the character models and they've give everything a brand new coat of paint. This is just kind of changed System Shock 2 so that it's more compatible with recent machines, and it'll look better, same resolution, but
it looks like it flows really well.
Yeah, and you kind of look at it the same way as you look at Oblivion. If the gameplay changed, you wouldn't really you would be pissed off because you like the old game. So this looks good.
If you want a premise of what it looks like, it's kind of like a Duke Nukem, early Duke Nukem kind of feel, or an early Quake kind of feel, that kind of thing, or a kind of Doom, aspect of the third person. So, but it's 100% taking aspects from the Alien movies and movies that they've seen back in the 70s, 80s, and that.
Nobody had really seen like a survival horror that was not so much open world, but like immersive in the way that other games weren't. Like Resident Evil and stuff was very much a linear thing, whereas
the System Shock games give you.
Pardon?
Was it Western as well?
Oh, I don't know, bro.
System Shock was it made by Western devs?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. But the whole thing's fucking awesome. The first one is great. Like the idea that you're stuck on a space station It's controlled by an AI that has developed a sense of self-awareness, and not only that, it's become evil. It's decided that they don't like humans, and they're going to experiment on them, and
fuck the humans, bro.
Yeah, and all the way through the first one, you have this evil fucking computer talking to you and berating you and goading you through it, and it's fucking great. It's really good. So I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah, Andy's going to be broke this month again.
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah.
But I mean, even the names like Bioshock, and System Shock. Bioshock took so much from the System Shock games, and for that reason, they were so good, right? It was one of the first ones that was like, you explore every room, you look for the clues, you look for audio logs, you look for diary entries and stuff like that will give you a clue as to what the fuck's going on and what you're supposed to be looking for. You have to pay a lot of attention when you're playing them. So a lot of people might not have the patience for it. I certainly didn't for the first one. I had to check Google a few times. But they are very good.
Yeah. But yeah, System Shock 2, 25th anniversary one. That's on the 26th as well. I'm sure Andy will pick it up at some point and stream it or video it or something. So.
Yeah, I'll just have my face stuck into the screen playing Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to lose Andy and Nick for a month.
We might have to call next month's episode off. Just
me smooching at the TV every time Elf Fanning shows up.
You three could crack on, man. Me and Andy would be.
Usually cracking on in a different way, eh? Anyway.
Right,
well, Pookie definitely will. Andy's more sensible.
Quickly run through some other games coming out.
Chico Physics!
Stellar Blade
is coming to PC on the 11th. That'll be good.
Yeah, that's one of Pookie's favourite one. Fantastic.
Yeah, I've still not played it. I'm just not paying. I'm not paying 70 quid for it. I just won't. It's just not really dropped in price.
Listen, I don't think it's worth that. I don't think it's
70 quid's too much for fucking pretty much like 99% of games, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, that seems. I played the game trial on it on PlayStation, and it seemed a really good, fun game.
It's super action-packed, fast-paced.
Yeah, well, no, I wouldn't say fast-paced.
Big booba.
But it's like, it's pretty to look at. Right? But it's like the combat's not too difficult. But you can upgrade stuff, and you had these wee stations that you could stop at and upgrade your equipment and that, and like your armor, even though your titties are still out, shit like that. Just, they put, I know, but they put more into it rather than just slashing that, and it seemed quite a decent game. And like Pookie said, if it wasn't 70 quid, if it was 20 quid, aye, fine. Boom.
Yeah, there's like an audience that loves these games, and this is like one of the ones that they rave about, and it's like this kind of, you see them talk about this along with like Nier Automata. And they're all in the kind of same vein where there's like a really pretty lassie, jiggling about the screen but slicing up fucking hundreds of bad guys.
It does. Nier had it was a male and a female protagonist, and I was quite disappointed his junk wasn't flapping around everywhere. To be honest,
you need to get the DLC, bro.
Buy the DLC like the horse armor.
You need to get the Moose Knuckle DLC.
Yeah, but
the Moose Knuckle.
I don't know what I was going to fucking say there. I did just put me right off.
I really want to play that now, though. That's the problem.
Well, listen, these games are not my usual type of game, but what I played of it, I did actually quite enjoy playing it. And saying if it was at a decent price, I would buy it and play it. But
you just prefer playing I Am Bread. That's your.
I'd rather play with your colon. So
with bread.
Anyway, let's move this on. So that one comes to PC on the 11th of June.
You're so glad I'm back, Mike.
Oh yeah, we missed you.
And this next one looks really interesting.
Yeah, I played the demo back in
the premise of this.
I think.
The premise of this is very interesting.
Yeah, this one's called Ventures, and it's done by 8-Bit Studios, who do Frostpunk as well. Now the idea is that you crash land on an empty planet in space, and the rest of your crew have gone off in different, safety capsules, and they've all ended up dead. So you're alone on this planet. So you basically got to set up your own base and change the rooms around so they're in the right way, and then you got to find some clues and things. So there's a bit of problem solving, mysteries going on. It's a really nice setting as well. It's really quiet, nice sound design. They've obviously worked on the graphics and the textures and things. In the demo I played, it looked quite impressive. I didn't experience.
It's like the movie The Martian, man. You by yourself and stuff like that. Like, but what? It's just won some fucking awards, this game. But what fascinated me about it is that you have to build a crew in that. It's like it's not a crew of like different characters. It's not different characters of actual different people in this game. It's different versions of your fucking self.
Yeah,
that's what I found fascinating about it, because
it's cool.
It uses the substance of it, like, and you have to make alternate versions of yourself.
Yeah,
and each one is shaped by a crucial decision that you've made from the past. So if you like, I don't know fully how it works, but it's like if you made a real decision.
One of those games where like decisions matter, everything matters,
No, it's not. But it's like depending on what decision you made back then, I don't know how it emotionally made you feel, is how that character is then this character is created from yourself and your past. So it's you, but a certain emotional driven perspective. Like it just sounds fascinating. Like.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I say, I played the demo in 2023, I think.
So it
I love
kind of
that
has
Moon and The Martian.
Yeah, I mean the story's not like this, but the gameplay kind of gives me the Fallout Shelter kind of look.
I was just thinking that it's like a blend of that between like that with some sci-fi like survival stuff where he's out on foot gathering resources and.
Definitely not my type of game, but it looks interesting.
I like those games where it's like he's obviously on his own, and like it's like Pook mentioned Moon, and that's probably one of my favorite sci-fi movies where like a guy is stuck on his own and he's handling something kind of insane, similar to The Martian. And I reckon if you like that, then this is probably like you should definitely check this out, because even just the pictures on it.
But that's it. Yeah, but that's it. Is this special mineral that you find on this planet? It that's what sparks off the differences of breaks apart your personality and who you are. So and each one creates, and it's like a clone of yourself. So it's not like you walking around. It's a clone of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all have specific roles. So one's a scientist, one's a technician, one's a miner, and they all go do specific roles. But for different life decisions in your life, like one follows his father, another one he had a failed marriage, and all this different stuff. It's like that clone of you goes off and acts in that way. So when you're controlling that character, he yourself or part of yourself, it's how he interacts and acts and stuff like that. And talks to, I don't know, sounds fun. I wonder if he gets a Wilson.
Just a really cool thing, so I'll definitely be getting this.
Yeah, it looks fascinating, so I'd probably give this a go, to be honest.
It's like you say, depending on the price and things, it's probably worth picking up and having a go at.
Well, apparently over 270,000 people played the demo, so it must be...
wow.
Not bad.
It's up there.
I mean, it's been on the radar for a while. Like I say, the demo was back in 2023, I think, so it's been kicking around for a bit. So, yeah, a lot of people looking forward to it. It's just like the genre, and the kind of experience it gives you. A lot of people like that, so.
Yeah.
And that's out on the 13th. Right, next one is the sort of thing that Andy might play. Andy, are you still into these kind of games?
Andy,
I don't think I've ever been into Five Nights at Freddy's, bro.
Andy, John can talk about this one because I couldn't give a fuck.
Well, this is
Why am I going to talk about this one?
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the idea of a game that gets kids into horror, Yeah. But I played one Five Nights at Freddy's game, and it was like a first-person one, and
it was. Five Nights at Freddy's: Secrets of the Mimic.
It's just like a follow-up security breach.
That was the one I played. It was on PS Plus a little while back. I thought it wasn't bad.
So, like, my stepson's a massive Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, he knows all the lore and all that.
My nephews love it.
It's never been on my radar, to be honest with you.
No, really
like, for me, it'd be like sitting down to watch Goosebumps, right? Like, it's the kind of vibes I get for it. It's like, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that it's target audience.
That fucking episode with the dolls in the attic scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid. I fucking hate dolls.
Yeah.
But there's a whole fucking, like, there's books worth of lore for Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, there's
a massive lore behind it. Which is good because it all comes via a PC game where you're just fucking looking on security cameras.
I wonder if that Nicolas Cage movie was taken from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, that was literally lifted right off.
Love that movie.
There was a Freddy movie though, wasn't there? There was a Five Nights at Freddy, and it was done by Blumhouse as well.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah. But
Blumhouse made The Conjuring and all that stuff too.
And it's just disappointing because it's not Silent Hill.
Yeah, there's no fucking. This game will not affect me
everybody's
in a negative way
psychologically. A new Silent Hill.
Yeah, but Andy's shaft will be nicely polished though because they've got a movie, a miniseries.
Yeah, that's true.
My biggest disappointment is it's not a Kojima Silent Hill.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Because that's what they released a demo.
PT.
And then he fell out, PT, and he fell out with Comey, and they didn't thingy. And if you solved PT, it was Welcome to Silent Hill.
And it was going to be Norman Reedus that was in it, eh?
Yeah, and that's how they ended up going to make Death Stranding.
I don't know how they figured out the fucking telephone thing. I don't know.
I had to Google it. I
don't understand. How the fuck did they figure that shit out? I just don't get it.
That game would have done the fucking damage to it. But the thing is, I think the PT was more of an experiment. I bet you if we got to make that Silent Hill game, it would be different from...
Was that Del Toro as well?
Yeah. No.
I don't think
it was Del Toro who directed it.
No, it was Del Toro, it was Del Toro as well,
But in PT?
Oh, Del Toro, yeah.
It might have been. I'll get a quick...
It says directed and designed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with Del Toro. So much the same as Death Stranding then. So
Yeah.
But, so Five Nights at Freddy's Secrets of the 13th of June for that one.
Yeah, bothered.
Next one.
Shadowverse, The Worlds Beyond.
Yeah, that's the next one. And it looks quite good fun, actually. It's very colourful, very fast-paced.
Strategy card game?
Yeah, no.
So if you liked Hearthstone, this is up your street.
Card games are fucking massive, though, to be fair.
That reminds me, I need to book in for a chronic irrigation.
Yeah, probably. You're going to play my card
game.
This one's going to be free to play, and I mean, it looks half decent. It's probably not the sort of thing I'd play, even though it is free, but it doesn't mean it's bad, actually.
You love a card game, Mikey?
Not this one.
I've tried a few different ones, and they're not for me. I tried Magic the Gathering. That was probably the one that I kind of enjoyed playing. I played Hearthstone.
You got any cards left?
What, for Magic?
Magic the Gathering.
Spilt a fucking pint on my starter deck that I bought, so I didn't. That was the last time I played it. That was the last time I played the
fucking... I'd have had them off you, man. Some of them could have been worth money.
It was a starter deck. You get buy for like £11. I had like a set cards in it. It weren't random cards. But yeah, I mean, if you like that, then Shadowverse I think is already popular. But Worlds Beyond's like an expansion on that, and it looks like you can make your own little character, your own little avatar, and you go around like a 3D world, and it shows you one of the pictures here.
Yeah, you're playing against other people.
Yeah, but you actually get to move around, and you can actually sit down at a table with other little.
And you interact with other people. Do you want to play a game? That sort of thing.
Yeah. It looks like it's like trying to push the kind of social aspect of it a little bit more by the looks of it. But for me, I don't know, man. I don't want to play a game where I have to pay with arse and microtransactions to get some cards so I can make some money.
I think the problem with the card games, apart from microtransactions, is the fact that even if you do start playing it and it's fun, decent, they don't last. After a while, you've seen all the cards, you know all the moves, you met all the players, you're out of things to do, That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah.
Is this here? There's a brand new Shadowverse story. A fan for it. There's full voice acting and stuff like that in this one, so it looks like a more realised version of what we've been doing.
And cards, John. Lots of cards.
Lots of cards, bro, and no names to spell on them.
Playing poker and gambling. No worth
Yeah.
Taking Kyle's money.
You're not just getting alcohol and taking Kyle's dignity.
Did you just say Thingway?
Anyway, Shadowverse will be on. That's in the 60s.
That's in Carl Thingway.
Of June.
Kyle's dignity.
This looks interesting. Tron Catalyst.
Now, this does look interesting. I just watched it. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to play it because I don't play on PC, but it looks. I love the Tron, right? The original film, I was a kid when it came out. And
John was like 15 when I came out.
Fuck you, I was not. And I love them, but I've never actually replayed a really, really good game yet. You had the arcade game, which was fun and that, and thingy, but this, I was looking at it, looked really good. You're running about, you're fighting, you're using the wee disc thing that you use, and then when you're moving to an orbit, you go a road and you go into the Tron bike, and it looks fun. And if you love the Tron games, it looks really good.
One for the fans.
Definitely, it's a story-driven isometric action-adventure game.
It's a sort of top-down look, isn't it?
It's got that. Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of the. Is it the Metroid games, Andy? Some of the early Metroid games. A slightly different look, but in terms of gameplay and the sci-fi setting, it kind of reminds me of. Is it Metroid Prime?
Mm.
The thing is, I haven't watched a single Tron movie.
No, I haven't watched any movies either.
I've never played any of the games outside. I think there was like an old 2D one where you drove the bikes and you left a light, and it was more like multiplayer Snake than it was a Tron game.
Yeah.
And I think that's the closest I ever got to anything to do with Tron.
So disappointed.
I can't really comment on it.
You're a bit younger than me. I think it's catching the Tron kind of movie kind of vibe, and I think it looks really good. And actually, it is coming to PlayStation.
I mean, I want to check it out if it's not too expensive or whatever. So
it looks like a sort of Diablo type of game. Yeah. Like we're looking at the trailers, it looks like top down kind of
Diablo feel, yeah. And it's thingy, yeah. So I mean, if you've not watched the movie is Jeff Daniels gets zoomed into a arcade machine.
Yeah.
And basically, he has to fight his way out through. I don't know if it's to rescue his family or some shit. I don't know.
I love the fucking Daft Punk soundtrack they did for it, though. Listen to that. That's about it.
Having a shot at it, though.
But
Tron Catalyst, that one's out on the 17th of June, if you want to try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next up, I thought I liked this next one, then Pook said it looked awful, so.
Atlas and Sega. I was going to say it looks like a Persona game, but it makes sense because it's done by Atlas.
This one's Raidu Remastered, the mystery.
I never said it looked awful. I said Tron looked like Disney dog shit. It's fucking this right. The Raidu look is a remastered game from a fucking very long time ago, man. It's from like PS2 days, like.
I was going to say,
it looks like they've really redone it though, because it looks nice. Yeah. Either that, I mean. I think we don't realise how impressive some of these PS2 games look now that they get remastered, right? Like,
well, for 45 quid, it's got to be pretty good. But it was a Sega game. It was published by Sega, so it's a very old, like Sega PS2 type era, man. Like, so, but it was, like Andy said, it's like a very kind of early-esque Persona type.
Yeah, I'm just
a bit more actiony though. Is it a turn-based RPG? It looks more like an action RPG.
Fully realised 3D Yeah, like action adventure game, yeah.
And you see some of the screenshots here shows the characters in these sort of like big towns that have got trams running around them and stuff. So it's not like a futuristic setting or a modern setting like the Persona ones. It looks like it's maybe 50s, 60s kind of setting to it. Mm-hmm. It looks good. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I'm not going to play it.
And it looks like you see him beating at a jack-o'-lantern. It says, "Can humans be friends too?" And it says, "Sure we can, no we can't, be more than friends." So it looks like it's taking a leaf out of Persona's books, where you're almost kind of recruiting or taking on these kind of monsters that you're fighting and finding. It looks good. Yeah.
That was out on the 19th of June.
And talking of Persona, there's a segue for you.
Yeah.
What's the next game? It's Persona 5.
This is Persona. This is Persona 5, the Phantom X.
They're getting so much fucking mileage out of Persona 5, it's crazy. They've made like 3 different spin-off games of this.
It's probably the best one of them all, though, isn't it?
The Phantom X is a spin-off of Persona 5, which itself is a spin-off of the Megami Tensei franchise. I think I've pronounced that right. So, it's quite a lot, all in the same universe. But they've obviously got a following out of it, so who's to complain?
I don't understand what this is. Like, it's... because I played Persona 5, and then they made Persona 5 Royal, which was like the ultimate edition of Persona 5.
It was very good, Royal, my mate said.
Yeah, it is really good. It is really, really good. And then they did Persona 5 Strikers, Persona 5 something else for your mobile phone, and then Persona 5 the Phantom X. I don't know if it's...
It's like Final Fantasy 13, isn't it, Andy? Like, where we got Una in a green top, and now we got Una in an orange top.
Like they're trying to make a separate franchise out of one entry in the series. I don't know. I'm not that far into Persona to kind of get this, but it says the beloved RPG series with over 22 million copies sold finally arrives on PC and mobile. So I'm not sure what this is.
Well, so I'm not sure it contains a lot of content, So.
It looks to explore the dungeons, beat the bad guys, stylish, snappy, satisfying turn-based combat like Persona 5 has.
Flirt with the chicks.
I'm guessing it's just an alternate story that's set in the Persona 5 timeline.
But yeah, anyway, that one's out in the 26th as well. Last one's what cover. This is on Switch 1, not 2, just Switch 1. This is Tamagotchi Plaza.
What the fuck am I looking at, man?
Did none of you guys have a Tamagotchi?
Video games.
I had a Tamagotchi in like the 90s or some shit, like where it was like this little black and white fucking thing you had to feed food and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it just kept shitting itself and dying all the time.
I think I killed every single one I ever had. I don't think ever succeeded in any Tamagotchi ever had.
You've got to go to the dentist in a game.
This is a cozy, casual kind of time waster game, right? Like where you take your Tamagotchi to the dentist and you're brushing his teeth and you're taking him to the cafe to get him some cake and a coffee, and it's kind of that vibe, right? It's not.
Do you have to go to the dentist again because you've had coffee and cake?
Maybe if you just leave him to shite himself like we had in the little one we had in our pockets, mind. I think maybe some stuff will happen.
It reminds me a little bit of those games like Nintendogs and shit. Where you have to take care of it.
Yeah, like this. It's more like a toy than a game that you complete, right? Like.
Right, so as a continuation of the Corner Shop series, the gameplay consists of working in a variety of shops, completing tasks for customers effectively to receive good evaluations on their work. Higher evaluations may lead to the shops being upgraded, with the main goal being to upgrade every shop to a royal status. So basically, they're training you to work in retail.
The last one was out on the DS, so it was a good while ago.
Yes.
It's good to see it. That's out on the 27th.
I'm not going to lie. I'd probably say that Bandai Namco they branch out quite a lot, don't they? Like, hey, with the fucking games, like they fucking did like Tekken and shit, man, and now they're make this. I didn't even know they were.
I mean, they're trying to cover all bases here, you know.
The whimsical world of wonder shops with over 100 Tamagotchis to play with. So all the comments are like, "Is this a child's game? Yes. Will I be playing it? Fuck yes."
Yeah, some of us gamers are weird fuckers, by the way.
I think it's one of those like fucking. I think it's like a comfort, cozy game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
There was one called Tomodachi Life that came out on the Switch. I did the DS as well, and I think it's in the same ballpark as that.
Exclusively aimed at children like Andy, I think.
Yeah, big bairns.
And then obviously, if you sell it to older people, all the better. So yeah, that was at the 27th, and then obviously there is other games coming out this month, but nothing really noteworthy. So we're just gonna skip all them. Right, should we do a few indie games to finish off?
Let's do the indie spotlight.
Yeah,
me and John should play this next one. It's cross-platform.
Yeah, this one's really interesting. This one's called
a co-op puzzle game. I can feel myself getting a headache watching you play that.
Co-op puzzle game. It looks like it's out of a comic. The art style looks like it's from a comic book, a 3D comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what's happened is you play a detective, one for each player. There's been an experiment gone wrong, and each of you have half of the solution, and you have to work together to work it out together. So it's called puzzle game.
Okay. Right, Andy's right. Andy's right. If me and you played this together, books, people would...
I'd be sitting there screaming at the TV screen.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be so frustrating.
Players must rely on their communication skills as they're separated and must each discover unique clues that are vital for solving puzzles.
You do know you end up arguing at this.
Yeah. It's like that We Were Here book. Can you remember that? Where I had to like try and communicate. We Were Here?
I don't know, man.
It was a co-op game that we played, and it was kind of the same idea as this, but it was 3D, whereas you are both seeing two different things. You just have to sort of communicate what you are looking at to each other and try and solve.
Yeah, you were really shit at that, man.
Yeah, so were you. And we both were. But the art style in this is fucking fire, actually. It looks like an old 80s comic book.
Yeah, it looks brilliant.
Reminds me of Archer.
The only thing I see, John, is a point and click.
Mm.
You cool with that?
If you buy me it, aye. I'm not buying it.
If I buy it?
Aye, you buy it first.
There's a demo out.
Is there?
Aye.
We'll see. I might play the demo with Pookie and we'll see how we go.
See how it goes, but...
And then never play again. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, Parallel Experiment is done by 11 Puzzles, they're called. That's the developer. 11 Puzzles. It's out on the 5th of June, so only a couple of days to wait for that one.
The next
that one?
Nah, fuck that shit. The next dev name is fucking amazing.
I was just watching that. This is Pookie's game.
It is. This is a very Nick game. This one's called Date Everything, and it's essentially a first-person simulator.
This has been on my wish list,
bro. This is for
essentially a first-person dating simulator.
I actually forgot this was coming up.
Well, it's been delayed a bit.
Oh my god, there's a big white guy like with a round head came in the door. What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
How delighted he is.
There's a fucking toilet with love hearts coming out of it, man. I don't know. I don't know about this one.
Anyway, so Date Everything is a sandbox dating simulator.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch.
It's got 100 fully voiced characters, which is a nice touch.
Can you fuck all of them?
Yeah, it's called Date Everyone, bro. Date Everything. Yeah. Probably fuck the toilet too, by the looks of it.
She looks like the missus from the guy from
Choose Your Own Adventure, but it's got like the visual novel style that you've seen everywhere else, but it's also got an open worldy kind of vibe to it, where you're playing as first person and you're going around a 3D world. So there's like there's a good amount more effort behind it than what you would usually see in these dating games.
Yeah.
It definitely looks interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the dev's description of the game, though. Can't wait to get down and dirty with your fireplace, long for the sweet embrace of your fridge.
Oh, so you can actually fuck the toilet then?
You can fuck the toilet, you can fuck the fridge, sit your dick in a fire.
Oh my god.
Which Pookie's already done.
But yeah, right up next street. I think it's some of my Sassy Chap games. He's a Sassy Chap, so, and that one's out on the 17th of June.
Apparently, you get magical glasses. If you put them on, it makes your house come alive, and you can like fuck all your furniture.
I mean, it looks a bit fucking bananas, but anyway.
Is this fucking stupid and absolutely pointless? Yes. Will I be playing it?
I mean, it's published by Team 17, and those guys, like, they don't put out shit games.
No, they do stuff.
There's a thing for everything.
Each dateable object will open up, have their own stories, and potentially become your lovers, friends, or enemies. So apparently, if you've walked around your house and fucking different things in your house, man, this is a game for you.
And it's got at least 3 endings per dateable character. So there's 3 different endings for over 100 characters. That's kind of like, goddamn, they've put the work in here.
So yeah, it looks like a simple premise game with a lot of quality content behind it.
Andy's gonna have to plat this one to get the 3 endings.
Hell yeah, man! Fuck Death Stranding too. And there's a demo out, so.
But yeah, Nico will be buying this one and playing it about 3,000 times over to find every clue, meet every girl, get every ending, every single thing.
And you can get the lavish DLC, which is a dateable microtransaction. It's called microtransaction.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, there's that.
Fuck.
Anyway, that is out on the 17th.
Yeah. Right, let's move on before anything else happens. Next one is called Quantum Witch. Now,
this hilarious.
I mean, it looks alright. I mean, I'm not going to criticise it. It's done by an independent called Nikki J. And she's come up with this sort of 2D side-scrolling female protagonist game about witchcraft. And graphically, it's not that impressive, but the actual gameplay looks interesting enough.
She grew the woman
look a bit strange, but
narrative and choice-driven adventure.
Yeah, so basically, I'm reading an article, and she's a lone developer, Nikki J, and she
One
grew
person.
up in it. Well, that's what it says here. They're saying this is a delightful meta setup to Quantum Witch, a pixel art platformer by lone developer Nikki J, heavily inspired by old LucasArts adventures in the legendary Disney series on ZX Spectrum.
No
it's
way.
A comedy game with a serious autobiography heart. Jay grew up in a right-wing religious sect based in the northeast of England with an incredibly enclosed perspective. They were obsessed with the end of the world, she says. They believed it could happen at any time and that all the wicked people would be destroyed. So I had to be good. It was extremely oppressive. In her teens, Jay came out as lesbian and was immediately disowned by the group. After a period of homelessness, she taught herself coding and got a job as a software engineer.
You know what? Hell yeah.
She felt that she needed to share her experiences that were haunted by it, that have haunted her.
Big props to Nikki J. That's
Did she smoke a lot? Did she smoke a lot of weed? Did she when she fucking wrote all the fucking?
So she became obsessed with computers when she first played Trash Man on the Spectrum.
Spectrum. I was talking to Dunk about the ZX Spectrum yesterday, and we were talking about Dizzy, funnily enough, the egg, and how good those games were.
Yay.
Yeah. So although the open Metroidvania style structure hints at standard platformer, the game is really a choose-your-own adventure style narrative quest.
Yeah,
There are many choices to make during a 4-hour playthrough, as well as characters to meet and optional side quests to take on.
Yeah.
The Trashman's but is where they took Paperboy from and Frogger.
Yeah.
I think the thing you've got to bear in mind about these indie games, they're not designed with you sitting spending 10 hours a day in mind. You know?
No.
Like, if you're a speedrunner or you're going to sit gaming for a whole day, an indie game is probably not going to satisfy your needs.
So this one's got a really interesting backstory, and I would highly recommend you go check it out, even though I might not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a demo. Check out the demo. I know I will. So.
But seriously, she sounds like she's been through it, and she wants to tell her story, and she wants to let people know things.
Yeah, got nothing but love for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Nikki G, we hope it goes well for you. That one's out on the 24th of June, and I've actually checked out the demo before it comes along. Right, next one is called Ruffy and the Riverside, and this one.
This looks good.
This looks gorgeous, man.
Yeah, man, this looks cool.
It's like paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like Paper Mario, but like a platformer.
And Donkey Kong as well.
Yeah, but it's got cool powers where you can change the texture of things in order to help you climb or get down or solve a puzzle or whatever you need to do.
Is he on cocaine? Because it's like he never stops dancing.
Somebody's given him one of Pac-Man's pills.
But
turn ice into lava or waterfalls into vines. Explore fights, skate on straw bales, unleash your imagination in this quirky open world action game.
Yeah,
dive into an adventure that lets you literally change the world.
I feel like I need to do a line to play this.
Anyone got any peyote?
Hell, man, this is incredibly looking game, man.
Yeah.
As the art style reminds me of like a SNES game, right? Like in a weird way with the cartooniness, like it's almost like a retro cartoon.
Do you know the island like that you're running about reminds me a bit of Spyro?
Yeah, definitely.
A very early Spyro.
Oh, I love Spyro, man.
This looks cool.
It does look cool.
So yeah, Ruffy and the Riverside, it's done by Socrates Laboratories, and it's out on the 26th of June. Right, last one I've got doesn't have a release date as such. It just says June at the moment, so it may be delayed.
Oh my god. This one is fucking... Sorry, Mikey. This one is literally Andy in a fucking nutshell. He loves fishing. He loves fishing games.
Game ever. Yeah, it's called...
It's chill to fuck. It's got upgraded in gear, and it's got a fluffy dog. Fucking Andy
it looks like an interactive watercolour painting is what it is.
Yeah, smoke a little holiday. Play this, man. It'd be chilled as fuck to play this, like when you just want a chill moment. Eh?
I think that's the design of it, right? Cast and Chill is the name of it.
You know what? Right, when you are absolutely stoned out of your mind, this is a perfect game for you.
I'd love to see Mikey Stone playing a game.
Cozy anal fishing game.
Anal?
You just sort of explore
the anal fishing pook.
There's just asses bobbing in the water.
So you're going fishing in Bonnie Blue's van.
Looks like a watercolour painting.
It does.
The picture art is fucking crazy, actually. When you say, now you mention it, that is really well done.
It looks fantastic, and the fact that they've got several different screens interacting with other
the demo's out now, though.
And shopping and everything. Yeah, I'll be playing that later on.
This
is the coziest game, one of the coziest games out there, I'd imagine.
Like one of the games you have in the corner of the screen while you're doing your fucking uni work or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. Like, oh, there's a fish.
Yeah.
Right.
So do you eat that shit, or do you sell that shit, or you just feed it all to your dog? Like?
It looks like you sell it. There's like a dude, there's a shop there.
Yeah,
Rusty Bait and Tackle.
What?
But anyway, Cast and Chill, let's do out this is done by Wombat
Brawler. Now that sounds like a game. Wombat Broiler. Well, that sounds like a game. Cast and Chill sounds like a coffee shop in Amsterdam.
Maybe it's a spin-off.
Yeah,
We cast
maybe.
and chill, and then I'll make another one called Walmart Bro, and then we'll do like a crossover as well.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I've got only two this month. I got 2 honourable mentions.
Only 2? Oh no.
Dunk was nearly dying last month, and I had like 8.
I know, I could tell on the fucking podcast when I listened to it. Because even though I've not been on it, I have been listening to it at work.
Oh, what a boy.
We're not safe.
Checking in.
Hey, what you got?
So I got 2. So the first one, developed by Storm Telegames and published by Thunderful Publishing. It's a game called Lost in Random, The Eternal Die.
Oh,
Is that not an old game, Pooh?
Don't think so. It's out on the 17th.
Or Lost in Random? It must be a sequel to the first Lost in Random.
There is a Lost in Random game. Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, you're correct. Yeah,
They always do brilliant art styles in it. They had another game that released recently, and it always has this Tim Burton kind of plasticine kind of vibe to it.
yeah, it looks fantastic. I really like it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Lost in Random was out quite a while back. I can't quite remember now, to be honest. But this is the Eternal Die. Anyway, whimsical world. Anyway, this one, like you're Queen Alexandra and her die companion Fortune as you battle twisted foes, wield powerful relics and abilities, and roll the dice to escape the nightmarish realm. Excuse me. But it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a fascinating looking game. Like Andy said, it's like a mixture of Tim Burton meets Alice in Wonderland. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen like
very cool style
Christmas type thing.
Yeah, so it's like it's what do you call it? Top down view style of play, like Diablo.
Yeah, like the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and you're going through like different areas and that sort of thing, like to basically
I like stuff like that.
Well, so, but it's just an incredibly pretty game. I thought it looked really good, like, and it's decent reviews as well, and also the previous Lost and Random games have been pretty good. Like this next.
It's interesting you bring it up because I was going to have a shot at the first one. I've never played it, but I've got a copy, so I'm going to give it a shot.
You're going to give it a shot, will you?
Yeah.
All right.
If I like it or see what I think.
Another one as well that was quite recent, and again it looked brilliant. I forget the name of it. Me and Mikey were talking about it earlier. It's just that studio has fucking great artists in
it. What were we talking about? I don't know.
The studio that made Lost in Random.
Oh, fuck no, that.
There was a very strong art styles in their games. What was your other one you were going to talk about?
The other one was LSD Battle Simulator, but
fucking hell.
Let me get this up.
But it was supposed to be out on the
LSD bit.
It was supposed to be out on the 30th of June, but I couldn't find any more information about it. Maybe they pulled it. I'm not sure.
It says you can now have a safe trip in VR with it.
Yeah. So it just looked absolutely fucked, this game. Like, yeah. So it was a fascinating game premise on like you're off your fucking tits and in the simulator. But yeah, so.
Yeah. But... Right.
Did your Jesus game ever come out?
Did what ever come out?
The Jesus game that.
No, it's still. I am Jesus Christ. It's Q4 2025, John. Don't worry, I've still got the eye on it.
Those guys must be hard at work still.
No, I can't fucking wait for that game because.
It must be difficult to mimic someone that isn't real or isn't alive.
How do you know? Whoa! How do you not know that Jesus was a real person? Was he the Son of God? Now that can be.
Well, I can't say much, but I don't know anyone else called Jesus.
There go to Brazil, there's fucking loads of them.
I know Jesus.
I apologise for the Michael, the boss man's fucking outburst for religion. You're just upset.
Is it
Hundreds of millions of people.
I hope none of our 8 fans are Christian.
Is it Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Listen,
It is.
the only Jesus
Christ.
I met was a Rottweiler. So,
Well, how do you know that?
what?
How do you
This is his
know that?
own. This is his owner told him.
Because I met a Rottweiler and his owner called him Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty
Right,
sure that
I've got
It's not like I sat and had a conversation with a Rottweiler. That would be me.
they fucking
That has
told me
been on
dog
that
whisperer.
Oh man.
And then I would play Pookie's LSD game. Yeah, aye.
Fucking hell.
Right, so what were you
going
going
to bring it
to
back to
Mikey?
gaming? Because I've got a question for you. I want to get your opinion. So, obviously, we know the Oblivion remake was kind of shadow dropped. It just said, here it is, there you go. We knew it was coming, but we didn't know when. And then they just kind of released it one day, and that was it.
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah, and then they obviously they did the same thing with Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush was a shadow drop as well.
That was a fucking banger as well.
You know, that them devs got shat on as well, didn't they?
It's the same story that every time you get a small studio that's doing well, some big fucking studio just swallows them up and shits them out.
Yeah. It's quite unfair, these indie studios. So what can they do you think, to navigate around that? Is there anything?
Stay away from
Money.
stay away from groups like Embracer, no matter how much they offer, if you actually care about the work that you're doing, because they'll just
Embracer's the one that took over the studio that done that Sandstorm, didn't it?
yeah, Embracer's one of the worst ones out there.
But
If you
they're
want
still
if you want
releasing
money, come to us.
updates on that. They're still
We'll give you-
releasing updates and new content on that, by the way.
Let the fans.
For Insurgency.
Aye.
Kind of, but we'll not get any much more out of that. Like, the guys who now make Insurgency don't have control of Insurgency. They get told what to make of it. And
But
they'll
sorry,
get told to
Pookie, I
make
cut you off.
DLC until it dies slowly, sort of
Aye,
thing.
yeah, sorry, Pookie, we cut you off there. Sorry.
Sorry, Pig.
Huh?
I cut you off. What were you saying?
I don't know, man. I'm on like 8 beers.
Right. No, I would say you've got it. It's a double-edged sword. You need money to make your game bigger. You
Money.
need to advertise and you need to thingy. And the problem is when you sign up to these companies, they just squeeze you and amalgamate you into their corporate way. I mean, places like EA are shocking for it.
That's what I was saying. Just come to us, man. We'll give you the money, man.
We'll give you some hobnobs.
We'll give you some hobnobs.
I think if you're making a video game, just make it the best that you can make it and stay away from. It must be tempting for these small studios to get offered these contracts.
Yeah.
But it's at the same time, it's like you're giving away everything that you've made.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the same with Game Pass. Don't put your game on Game Pass. If you're a AAA studio, put your game on Game Pass. No one gives a fuck. You've got multi-millions. If you're an indie studio and stuff like that, put a good demo out. Give us a good vertical slice and let us know what we're missing.
Yeah. A couple
don't give away your shit that you've spent years making.
2-3 hours to show off the capabilities of your game.
Yeah.
And folk will go out and buy it for that 2-3 hours.
Oh. I mean,
exactly.
Obviously, but
Exactly, because I only need 2 or 3 minutes to show off my capabilities. So.
Not that long. You
Don't
fucking
expand on
stretch
that.
that out these days.
It's expanded. It's just been
It's expanded, all right. It just only expands for 2 minutes. I would say also, if you're looking at publishers, look for a publisher that's research the publishers you're going to sign on with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look for it. Like, see things like Devolver Digital. That's like a stamp of quality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of these things. You've got to be very careful about who you go with. Yeah. And it's a hard choice to make, because on one hand they're offering you fucking
millions,
safety, 50 million, safety, job security, but then on the other hand they're saying, well, where does your creative control go? You start losing. I didn't want to put microtransactions in, but they're forcing you, and it just it's a hard.
And I'd also say, like, live service games are always a bust.
Yeah.
Like, out of the 1,000 live service games that get made in a year, about 3 of them stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in the bin, yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many games that come out and they are good and they are well put together and they are interesting. It was one that I played Hyenas recently. It was good, and then even the likes of Fragpunk and software. It's obviously made by people who really enjoy what they're doing and they want to make something fun. They want to make something cool. But live service is a fucking death sentence, man, for like 90% of projects.
I think Hyenas has been binned now that you mentioned it.
I don't even think it got a full release, and I enjoyed the game.
Yeah. I know, it's a shame sometimes, isn't it? Because some of these are actually half decent. You can see what they're doing. People have obviously been working on it. It's got good systems, but it's just not as successful as the publisher wants. And it's like, we can't support this anymore. Bye.
Yeah, and it's like the likes of Insurgency Sandstorm, which is amazing. We might not see another one of them because of Embracer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot out there. I think it's just a side effect of the world we live in now. It's all money and investors and instant success and results. And...
Yeah. That's a
I've got a question for you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay.
The last video game you played, the character you're controlling, right? If he's coming after you, how fucked are you?
I'm pretty fucked because I was playing as a Valorant character called Omen. So he would teleport in front of me and kill me. There we go. That's mine.
I was playing Warhammer Darktide as a zealot, so I'd be fucked as well.
Pookie?
Yeah?
What was the last gaming character you played? And if it was coming after you, how fucked would you be?
The last gaming character I played, it would be probably one of those monstrous fucking things off of Darktide, wouldn't it?
So you're
so you'd be having Ogren chasing you. You'd be fat.
No, not an Ogren, one of the giant fucking fat things, man, that's a boss.
No, it was one of the characters you controlled, like someone you played as. So you usually play as an Ogren, right? You'd have like a giant fucking 10-foot giant man with a grenade launcher chasing you.
Yeah, so it'd be one of them Ogrins with the fucking the guns, the gunner ones.
Yeah. He just squish you under his thumb.
What would you, Mike? What would your character be? What was your
Mikey's getting chased by a fucking Tamagotchi or some shit.
Not quite, no. But I think I win this anyway because just before dinner there I was playing Haven Park and you control the wee chicken with the giant yellow head, so I'll be fucking fine.
Cook us a nice fucking dinner, Mikey. A nice roast dinner.
But, no threat at all to me. So I can just walk away,
Yeah.
Right, well, I'd say that concludes...
Nick, we talked here and on that bombshell.
Yeah, it's not quiet.
Yeah. Remember to like and subscribe. YouTube Gamer Talks, Twitch Gamer Talks stream. Any questions is gamertalksquestions@gmail.com.
Yeah, remember checking all the videos and streams and crap as well.
Yeah, we're on YouTube as well. You got High Arcade on Twitch. You got Dogster on YouTube as well. And keep the toxicity down in gaming, man.
Yeah, just be good, everyone. Be good.
Yeah, be good.
You be cool.
Catch you next time.
Bye now.
See you later, guys. Take care.
Much love.